Alright, welcome LEGO fans to another exciting episode of BilboBrick09's builds. And today we have for you a very small build. It's called Death Star Troopers, and a number of pieces, let me check. Alright, it has exactly 100 pieces, so something you don't see too often. Exactly 100. I believe Attack of the Rogues is like that though. Or I should say Wax. About 400 pieces, I think. But anyway, there's the box. Here's the instruction manual. Already did the review, should be up there by now. If not, it'll be coming soon. We did that review with our good friends Andrew19, Andrew30, and Fano the second, of course. Show off the cool blasters, minifigures, and all that good stuff. But of course, the best way to get to know a set is to watch it or do it yourself, but to build it. So you'll get to see that here today, and I am starting right now. Just for the sake of time, these videos do tend to be a little lengthy sometimes, but not too bad. Shouldn't be over 15 minutes. Hopefully more like 10, but we'll see. So you do get 4 very cool minifigures in here, 2 Death Star Troopers themselves, which the set is named after. And then the ones we're building now are the Imperial Red Guards, also known as the Emperor's Royal Guards. So whatever you want to call them, they're here. And they've got those weapons. We told you what they were in the actual review. They're like vibro swords or something. Something like that. Some fancy Star Wars thing. I can't remember all the weapons. But I do remember it saying that they prefer these because they're highly trained in using these. So they prefer them to blasters. Which of course would make short work of most people, or aliens in this case, but they prefer the old-fashioned vibro axes. You know, from back in the day, the vibro axes. I think they were common in the 50s or something. And they had to outlaw them though, because too many people were getting hurt because of them. You ask your grandparents, they should know about them. Those vibro swords. So this one is exactly the same. We'll build them anyway, since he's here. And these are cool minifigures. In fact, if you haven't seen them in a while, honestly, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I think the last time we may have seen them is Death Star, which of course is an exorbitant amount of money. Only for the very rich or the extremely nerdy to pay $400 for that. Of course, I did pay $200 for the Tower of Warfrog. So now we're actually building the Death Star Troopers, and they have regular heads. But if you want to see the printing, you're going to have to check out the actual review. And they're pretty cool too, not as cool as the Imperial Guards, except for the fact that they come with the awesome blasters. Now one thing to note, the blasters are 2 pieces, the actual black piece, and then this thing pops right into there. It's very hard to get out though, and I didn't want to damage it, so I just left it in there. And we put the stud there, just make sure it works by firing it directly at the camera. Yes, it works. And me and Fano and Andrew had a very lengthy discussion and presentation of these blasters in the review, so check that out. We even show how you can take care of household orcs with these blasters. If you're not a Lord of the Rings fan, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about right now. So it's kind of quiet, but it's kind of late when I'm filming this, so don't want to disturb the household. And the other blaster. And you get tons of extras of the ammo. So don't worry about losing them. You got plenty more. If you lose all of those, which I hope you don't, because that shows that you're really, well, you know what I'm saying. It shows you can't find things really well. But you can order some more off of Lego.com. Thanks for that. And it very well may, especially if you really enjoy playing with these, which I have a feeling a lot of you will. Now the actual cannon, it's okay, but the really main reason you're getting this is either for the minifigures, the new blasters, or both. The cannon's alright though too. If you had a Death Star, which probably about 0.1% of you do, if you do have that, this will go nice with it. If you don't, which you probably don't, I'm assuming, well, it's okay. It's just meant to beef up some larger things, and really the Death Star is the only thing that this can beef up. No. Oh, here it is. Once again, these two are two different pieces, but kind of hard to get out, so went ahead and left them in there. And that's it for that, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Swivel seat, of course. Who doesn't like a nice swivel seat? Hoping to be able to do some Minecraft tutorials soon, but we'll have to see. Having trouble figuring out how to get the software ready for my computer. But if I can, we'll certainly do it. Missing a pin. There's one of them, but little gray one's missing. Where is it? Lost it is. Lost. Oh, I'm back in there. I found an extra in the spare parts bin. Plenty of extras in there. And these go on the sides, of course. Of course. What else do we got? These pieces are kind of interesting. And, oh. This is so you can attach this to the main structure, which is still very small. It'll get somewhat bigger. Not a whole lot though. Set that aside for now. I don't know what you call these, they're interesting though, that's for sure. And 2x1. And brick with a plus symbol in it. I know that's not the proper name. So it goes on the side here. And then, right here is another very interesting piece. Yes, it is only one piece. So, I think some of you will like that. Very interesting. Can't think of how you would put that in action though, like a mock or something. I'm sure you could though. And some more of these. You've seen these before. They're not that common though. Oh. Wait a second, I did something wrong. Yeah. That goes there instead, I'm sorry. Luckily I caught it as soon as I did it though. Sometimes I make mistakes and don't catch it until long afterwards. It's very rare though, especially for a very, very experienced builder like myself. Goes in the center, this caps it off. And yes, this is for a function. It's an okay function. Nothing you haven't seen before though, nothing too spectacular. Not as good as these. And this goes on the left side. this down first. Then that will grip this. And this is here, this is like a button. So you're going to use up a little bit of your ammunition. Not too bad though. You could even use a different color since you're not even going to see it. If you want to save those. Because I'm sure 99.9% of you have another one of those in some color. Whatever it may be. So there's that. This will sit on top of here. Actually, it'll clip into there. Or snap, whatever you want to call it. And you'll be able to move that up and down a lot. You will lose your mobility though when you add the rest of it, obviously. One of these. This is kind of like a little technical. This cannon is. That's fine with me though. I like Technic. It provides more of a challenge for more advanced, older builders like myself. But I would prefer something like the Tower of War or the Death Star to a Technic set, just because it's more classic LEGO. Now, of course, our all-important flick missiles, and these two are going to actually be stationary. So you can they're either just there for decoration or they'll be spares for the actual function. So we haven't seen the last of the flick missiles. And that goes into the bottom one right there. Oops. What did I do wrong? Something moved. That's not good. Not good at all. Just like that. Clips in there, so you lose your mobility. Ooh. There we go. Then here's the one that will actually fire. That hooks in right up here. Why did that keep happening? I have to glue that. Just kidding. I've never glued like this. It's such a blasphemy. Okay, let's make sure the function works and right your face. So yeah, nothing you haven't seen before, nothing that works extremely well. The spring-fired shooters and these new blasters put that to shame, I think. And of course all of our spare parts except this one. The ammo for the blasters, in case you lose those too. So there is another episode of BilboBrick09's builds for you. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check out the actual review. We'll examine the minifigures, show you the functions in more detail, talk about our thoughts on the blasters and such, and of course give you our ratings and thoughts. So thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. Random toxicology discussion.